Ahora tiene la palabra el representante interino de Estados Unidos.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's a pleasure to speak on this topic. I had the honor of living in Panama for 3 years, from 1997 to 2000, and played a small role in the execution of the final phase of the Canal treaties. While living in Panama, I quickly learned that Panama was much more than just a canal. It's a wonderful country, and I've enjoyed visiting it many, many times. It's a particular pleasure to thank the representatives of Panama for this excellent presentation. I want to thank the permanent representative of Panama, the Minister of the Canal of Panama, and of course my old friend, Canal Administrator Alberto Alemán Zurrieta, who I might add, at the risk of drowning him in American holy water, is one of the truly great public servants, not just in Panama, but in the world. You would be hard put to find a public servant with as much impact on the global economy as that put by the Canal Administrator, Alemán Zurrieta. Really a remarkable, remarkable administrator. Alejandro Orfila, who was then Secretary General of the OAS, who witnessed the signing in September of 1977 of the treaties, commented that the treaties, quote, symbolized the coming of age of the inter-American system, the point at which nations of this hemisphere gave full expression to their conviction that the dedication to the principles of peace they have long professed is a living reality and not just rhetoric. The treaties that we commemorate today are also a symbol of what this hemisphere and this organization can achieve when we work together toward common aims. The 20-year-plus transition period, gradual, structural, executed step by step with mutual respect and utmost professionalism on both sides, enabled Panama to benefit fully from the U.S. Canal experience and allowed the United States to comply completely with our treaty obligations. In fulfillment of those treaty obligations, the United States relinquished control of the canal to Panama on December 31st, 1999, as promised. Today, under Panamanian control, more goods than ever are passing through the canal annually. Mr. Chairman, we congratulate Panama on its superb stewardship of the canal over the past 10 years. The Panama Canal Authority has increased the reliability, profitability, and the number of ships transiting the canal while decreasing canal transit time. It's a remarkable achievement. The construction of a third set of locks will double the canal's capacity and reduce the cost of transporting goods further, while meeting the demands of a global economy that we hope will soon resume its traditional growth. An enhanced canal will serve to increase regional and hemispheric competitiveness. Mr. Chairman, the interests of Panama, the United States, and the entire membership of this organization converge in the long-term stability and efficiency of canal operations. As the Panama Canal and the treaties we commemorate today attest, these objectives can best be achieved when we work together to achieve cooperative and rational solutions to challenges that may have once appeared impossible, much like the canal's construction itself and its orderly transfer to Panamanian control. Both of those feats at one time were ruled impossible. We look forward to celebrating the completion of the canal expansion with you on the 100th anniversary of the opening of the Panama Canal. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Muchas gracias. A continuación, el señor embajador de Jamaica.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And I must first of all start with extending sympathy to those brave Uruguayan soldiers who lost their lives serving the sister state of the Republic of Haiti in the interest of peace. I'd also like to recognize and welcome the distinguished ministers from the Republic of Panama, and to have heard the distinguished representative of the U.S. pay such tribute to the administrator of the canal. It is indeed a marvelous day to hear that one of our member states' citizens is being regarded as one of the best administrators in the world. As such is the world today in which we live. Mr. Chair, Panama is something very special to Jamaica. At a time when our population was barely 250,000, 89,000 Jamaicans left the shores of our little island to assist in building the canal. Not only from Jamaica, but from all over the world, from Spain, from Italy, from China, from Japan. Tens of thousands of people converged on that isthmus to build it. And we in Jamaica, however, take pride that we continued right through. Most other people stopped because of the high toll of death. And I would like us for a minute to remember those hundreds of thousands who died in the swampy flats of Gatun, in the turpid heat. And I'd like to pay tribute to that Cuban doctor who discovered the cure for malaria. It is a result of the carnage in Panama that called attention to how dangerous and how cruel malaria was, that we found the solution to malaria, which allowed, in fact, the canal to be completed. So I'd like to pay tribute to all those workers from all those countries who died there. And to say that it's something we must look at our history. The Chinese population of the Caribbean came about as a result of them going down there and being able barely to survive and leading to go to places like Cuba and Haiti and Jamaica. And they have, of course, made such a tremendous contribution to the region. Mr. Chair, we must also pay tribute to France, because it was the French technology of the Delegations who gave the first plan, which eventually became the third or fifth, the final plan, which was accepted and which allowed us to have the canal. Of course, the French had already built the Suez Canal, which both canals are regarded as perhaps the premier product of mankind's mind in the last couple of hundred years. We would also bear in mind that the entire architecture of ports around the world are being engineered to meet Panamax 3. The huge cranes that are being built are all geared and engineered to what will the canal be. And I would imagine that Señor Ingeniero Alemán must be absolutely deluged with requests for information on specifications as to what are the specifics that will allow these vessels to go through. We who live in the region of the Caribbean expect the growth of the canal to give us a new age of manufacturing and trade. We expect it will bring tremendous prosperity to our region as it allows more and more goods and services to pass through the canal. And so, sir, we wish to pay tribute to this great institution, and we wish to thank all those who have made it possible, and to pay tribute to both former President Torrijos and former President Carter, who brought this treaty, the 30th anniversary of which we celebrate today.
Gracias, embajador.